A 1-0 win against Plymouth Parkway this evening. Happy with that win?
Yeah, stating the obvious, after Saturday it was just so important that we get back to winning ways. And I thought in the first half we were really bright, moved the ball well, got into good areas countless times. Probably the only disappointment at half time was, despite all those entries, we didn't really create loads of clear-cut stuff. We probably should have done with the amount of positions we got into and the positions we did get into. But we knew if we could sort of keep going in the second half, we'd get one good opportunity. And I thought Shaq, it was exceptional. Really, he's not had, he's been feeding on scraps to a degree tonight, and then is one really good opportunity, and it's a very accomplished finish. And that's a sign of a really good striker, that they're perhaps starved of stuff, and then suddenly the big one comes along, and he's got the he's got the technique and the mentality to make it count.
A clean sheet also tonight. Will Spetch, I think, was missing through illness, wasn't he? So Ewan and Tom and the whole defensive unit, pleased with them?
Yeah, I think those are the two probably standout people from tonight in terms of, we've become not reliant on Will, but he's such a big, not just a big player, but he's a really big personality. So when you're missing him, you sort of miss it on both fronts, in terms of you miss the player and you miss the personality. And so for Braggy and Yayan to come in and play like they did, I thought was exceptional. And as good as Yayan was, and he was amazing, and he deserves an awful lot of credit for that performance after not having much game time. Braggy sort of came in and took responsibility as the senior player of the two, and I thought he was immense. So as a pair, it was exceptional to see.
You made a couple of changes as well up front from the side on Saturday. Wayne Robinson came in to start as well as Shaq. How good is it to have so many options in those attacking areas?
Yeah, as I've said before, it's sort of good for the club. I know it's good for me overall. It's good for the team, but it's unpleasant as a manager to leave really good players on the bench, and it's even more unpleasant to leave them out the squad. You look at our bench tonight. Wes Fogden, Matt Hughes, and then you've got Luke, likes of Luke Roberts and Kai, and I can't remember who else we have. Pards, Luke Pardo. I mean, it's just, and then Harry Hutchinson not in the squad, Brendan Holmes not in the squad, Will Spetch not in the squad. I just think it's a big deal. It's not easy for me, and I'm desperate to give them all a decent amount of game time because they deserve it. But obviously that can't happen, so we just have to do what we have to do. But I'm really enjoying being around them, because they're not only do they give you everything on the pitch, they're a really good bunch.
A word on the crowd tonight as well. 570 here at the Avenue, really noisy behind the goal. How much did that help boost the team?
Particularly after Saturday, that could have put a few people off. It was certainly a bump in the road Saturday. It was a really sort of disappointing performance as well as a disappointing result. So I think the players knew, and the management team, myself, knew that there was quite a bit of pressure on us tonight, because another setback. Particularly, people look at the league table and say, well, you're playing a team in the lower reaches. So I think the players stood up to that well, and they came out at the start of the game and really showed some intent. And it was just so important to get the result. And as you say, that we've talked about this, is that we're just trying to grow everything in terms of getting more people into the ground, and the only way you're going to do that is by winning games and having good performances. Saturday definitely wasn't the case, but tonight was a lot nearer to what we want it to be.
Brilliant. And finally, on to this coming Saturday, a break from league action. It's back into the FA Trophy. Just how important was it to get this win tonight to go into Saturday?
Yeah, when you're not, if you have a disappointing league result on the back of Saturday as well, it would have been fairly horrendous to have to wait for a week Saturday to get back into league action. So now we just go into Saturday in good spirits. We know the size of the task. We've obviously played against them already. You see their result tonight. I thought that was going to be a really close run thing, and they're convincing winners. So no one needs telling what they've got in their armoury, but at least we've got an awareness of it, and we can take some confidence from how things panned out in that first game and just go and really attack it.